Namibia joins other African countries in celebrating the Day of the African Child. This year's theme is 30 years after adoption of the Charter, accelerate the implementation of Agenda 2040 for an Africa fit for children. The Day of the African Child was adopted by the Organization of African Unity in 1991. It aims to raise awareness on the situation of African children and on the need for continued improvement in education.
Namibia currently has the Child Care and Protection Act, which is one of the good acts. It looks at, it's a holistic, it's an act that looks at children issues holistically. It looks at the children's right to birth certificates. It looks at child rights and child welfare. It looks at children participation. It looks at what do you call it? Every child has healthy childhood. It looks at every child has access to quality education. It looks at everything mostly in a nutshell.
The Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare says their focus is on creating a child-friendly justice system.
Where we ensure that the children are properly represented, they have the courts are child-friendly, and we look at things like capacitating other stakeholders, which are not basically the ministry, but regionally, just to ensure that these children, whatever services needs to be provided for them, are provided from a regional level to the national level. We look at things like our ministry is responsible for grants. We give grants to children that might find themselves in various different of grants, and depending on where the child finds themselves, it's either a maintenance grant, father doesn't want to pay and the mother is struggling, or somebody does not have money to. So that is bringing the money aspect into it. We look at children living with children that are living with disability. Ensuring that, okay, this child is not neglected. We look at children negligence in overall, and to make sure that this children is brought up in a safe environment. So children abandonment, we ensure that all those things are met for the best interest of the child, and that the child is safe, which is a priority for the ministry.
The ministry encouraged children to stay in school and study hard.
It's important to know that as much as we have all these legal instruments guiding the protecting and the safekeeping of the child, we must understand that there's also a part on the child's, there's a responsibility on the part of the child to ensure that my parent is paying for the school, I must go to school. My parent is doing their best to feed me, what can I do to help at home? Let me wash the plates, so as much as we are fighting that your right must be met, you must understand that the elders also have their rights, so as they are meeting yours, also help them to make life smooth and beautiful for everybody else at home. Stay in school and do your best to be the best that you can be.